So good morning. Today we have Tai Chi. I'm just gonna get that ready to go. Looks like starting with the feet a little wider than hips apart, with a bend in the knees and a nice strong belly. Today we have some Tai Chi moves, and hopefully you've got a nice quiet space. Ideally, I'd love to see you find a place in nature. Maybe take your phone or your tablet out to a park or a trail or someplace where you've got a little bit of space to just breathe and take in nature. It's a little chilly today in the Northwest, so with the knees bent and the tummy strong, let's go ahead and lift the arms, floating, and then raining down. Inhaling and exhaling. Soft breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through parted lips, filling the lungs and emptying. Bending the knees maybe a little more than you think you need here. The beautiful thing about Tai Chi is that it's movement, meditation in movement, or poetry in motion, fluid, easy, wakes up the joints, prepares the muscles, connects the mind and the body, calms the central nervous system. There's so many benefits. And you can just go at your own pace. Tai Chi is an ancient form of martial arts that is modernized to a place that allows everyone to find their calm, find their zen. Sometimes it's nice to do Tai Chi to music, but I find that it's really calming and centering to do it in silence and just the rhythm of your breath guiding your movements. So your breath might be slower than mine or it might be faster than mine. Just two more here. Up and down. Last one. Up and down. Next, we'll take it side to side. I'm going to show you a different base. This is a narrow Wu Chi. We're stepping out to a wide Wu Chi. We're just going to take it from side to side. So taking your fingers and parting the veil to the right, and then back to the left. Taking the body weight and shifting side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. Filling up and emptying. And just watching the hands float does calm the central nervous system. Softening through the shoulders. What I like about this side-to-side movement is that it warms my ankles, my knees, my hips when I'm in that wide Wu Chi position. Shoulders, wrists, neck. Just floating from side to side with your breath. And then I want you to take your hands and form a ball. And you're holding an imaginary ball here from side to side. In Tai Chi, we call this the Chi, or the energy, the life force, if you will, that resides in all of us. Taking care of your energy from side to side. We'll take one more pass each way. And then come right back into center in that wide Wu Chi position with your left hand on top, your right hand on the bottom. It's almost like you're circling this energy, this ball of energy. Then we sink down into our legs. This is called a horse stance. Expand the arms and breathe in. And switch the hand so the right hand is now on top. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. So in yoga, when we breathe, we fill the body up, flooding the breath through nostril breathing or ujjayi breathing. Inhale, keeping the mouth closed and exhaling through the nose. And Tai Chi is just a little bit more free to let go of the day's stresses before the day's really begun. It's only 8:30 here on Wednesday in the West. Some call this universal breath as we expand, breathe into the universe. And if you don't get the right arm on top, or you do two to one side, it doesn't matter. Keeping tension out of the shoulders, just soften, feel the heavy shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and out. Stay soft. Last one. Taking this ball of energy and turning it upside down and around just a couple of times, moving it right here in center. I want you to focus on bringing the knees back toward the wall behind you or to the trees behind you, wherever you are. Just turning, twisting, taking care of it. Releasing the hips after 2 more turns. We're just gonna rise and press down through the middle and lift up. So breathe in and then push down. We'll just do a couple of these. I said we'd release hips, so one more. I find those really help me bring the breath in. This time on the lift up, go ahead and hop in or wiggle, walk your feet in and press down. So we're back to a narrow Wu Chi position. And this time as we breathe in, we're just gonna lift and hold the heavens. So this is a Qigong breath. We can interlace fingers lightly and just bring it right up the center and go ahead and press to overhead. Your fingers might release as you rise to your tippy toes. Good. And then exhale, landing the feet and bringing that breath right back down. Let's go again. Inhale. Maybe look, hold the heavens. Might dance around a little bit. Find your balance on your tippy toes. Lower, bending the knees and exhaling. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. It's okay if you dance around a little bit. If you can hold it steady, try this one, holding steady. Inhale, rise. Find your balance, maybe gazing upward. That challenges my balance a lot to look up. And then exhale, bring it right back down. Nicely done. Relax the shoulders and take a couple of rolls. Roll the shoulders forward. From the narrow Wu Chi position, I'd like to do some nice open, shoulder opening. So crossing the wrists in the middle, bending into the knees, open the arms overhead and press down on the sides. It's a little stronger press. As you cross wrists, breathing in, press the walls away, inhaling and exhaling. 2 more times. Wrist cross with press. Last one. Nice fluid motion. Stepping to wide Wu Chi, we're taking arm circles. So angle the toes out, bend into the knees, and take the wrist cross again. Circle up and swing it down, and cross back down to center. So we circle up, swing it down, cross back up and bring it down to center. So come up, swing, rise and center. Up, swing, releasing Any tension that might be residing in the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, the hips. Where does your tension live? Identify it. Breathe into it. Breathe out and release it. And come on back to center. Just do 2 more. Last one. Here come our circle arms. So as we shift right or shift left, the right arm comes over to the right side. And then as we shift left, the left arm comes over to the left side. Circle arms. So again, just watching your hand or just gazing just beyond your wrist, sweeping from side to side. Your attention or attention is right at the navel center. So go ahead and make yourself strong at the belly, pulling the navel in toward the spine. Moving with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Fluid and calm. You might notice my feet pivoting slightly. It just saves the knee to pivot the heel, angling the knee in the direction of the second toe. Two more. Last one. All right, we'll come back to that. Go ahead and step into the middle. I'd like to do a couple of breath swings, which really release the back. I mentioned pulling the navel in and holding strong. That'll support your back throughout this movement. This is a breath swing. You want to have a lot of knee bend and a really strong pulled in belly for a breath swing. We're just going to lift the fingertips up toward the sky, bend the knees a lot, and swing down with a breath out. Come up and breath out. Couple more. Use your breath to really empty, make some sound. Two more. If you feel lightheaded in that, don't take your head with you. This is the last one. I showed the last two by keeping the head lifted and just let the arms come down to the sides. Those are called angel arms, by the way, as we reach up and float the arms to the sides. Angel arms. All right, so I said we'd come back to the circles, circle arms. So stepping wide, we're circling the arms, and this time we're adding a connection of the wrists on the side. So the wrists will touch here, and the arms make us a continuous circle. So there's a touch of the wrists and a continuous circle. Inhaling and exhaling. Pivoting on the feet. Two more. Last one over. Last one back. And come to center. Either wiggle walk or hop your way back into center. Nicely done. We're going to set up a foot pattern that's a little bit trickier, that includes an element of balance before we finish today. So starting in your Naruchi in the center of your mat, we're just going to step to the left and bring the right hand, well actually let's do just the foot placement. I said we'd do the foot pattern first. So step, lunging into the side, and then turn toward the right and bringing the toes in toward the left foot. So then we step to the right, again a lunge, nice wide lunge, and pivot so that the left foot draws in close to the right. So step wide lunging, that the body stays centered, and we pivot and turn. The reason you want your body to stay centered instead of going over the leg is because we're going to come to a place of balance in that pivot. So step to the left, pivot angle right, step to the right, pivot angle left. Step pivot. You can say it in your head if it helps. I'm kind of clunking down, but go ahead and make it a nice soft landing. Imagine you're out in the sand somewhere or on a grassy field. Step soft and pivot I think we're ready for the arms. This time as you step your left foot out, bring your right arm across, blocking low at the knee. Good. And then as you come and pivot, bring your left hand up to the forehead and your right hand down by the right knee. So I'm doing this really slow the first few times to build into it. Your left hand comes across to the right knee. Good. And then pivoting, block at the forehead and the knee. So a high and a low block. We pivot and the left hand comes to the hip, just rests on the hip. Good, body weight is centered. Pivot, turn. Good, high and low block. And reach across, pivot. Inhale on the lift as you open up here and exhale. Just move at your pace. If I'm going too quickly, slow yourself down. There's no music, so there's no pressure about being on a beat. This time I want you to try the element of balance. As you pivot, the toes come in, maybe your foot will lift off. And it's okay if it's a little wobbly. This is rooster stands on one foot. Pivot and balance. And it's okay if that foot needs to kind of glide in and guide your way before you lift the knee in balance. Inhaling across, or inhaling as you open up in balance. Exhaling across. My feet are making some noises against the mat. Let's just take two more. It's okay if it feels wobbly. Good, turn and lift. And last one. Lift and balance and bring yourself back in. Hope you enjoyed today's Tai Chi session. I'm gonna go ahead and bring us down to the floor and take just a few gentle stretches, your option. So go ahead and join me down here on the ground. Karma heard me coming down to the floor. I guess she's not gonna join us. The shoulders are soft, just sit in easy pose, Sukhasana easy pose. Relax at the hips, and if easy pose doesn't feel easy to you, get in a comfortable position that suits you. Sometimes sitting up on the edge of a pillow or a blanket will help. If you have tension or tightness in your hips, or if you feel yourself sitting here, this doesn't feel easy, if you feel like you're rounding out through the back, you might extend the legs a little more out in front of you and see if that helps. Let's go ahead and take our fingertips to the sides and take the left arm high and just stretch over to the right. Maybe gaze up beyond your elbow. Let's try the other side. Bring your left hand down, right arm comes up and just curves over, feeling the intercostal muscles expand, and breathe, softening this shoulder back. Good, try one more on this side. And this time float it through center. So just bring the arm down and around. Bring the other arm up. Oh yeah. That is nice. Sweeping down, back through center. Pardon the dings, getting some alerts. Hands right at the heart center. Said I'd take you through a couple of stretches, so let's go ahead and bring our feet in front of us. I'm just gonna turn to the side so you can kind of see what this looks like. Feet are grounded, we're sitting nice and tall. We're just gonna tip our body away from the legs and hold on behind the knees. This is a modified boat position from Yoga Navasana. Go ahead and bring your knees up so that we're balancing. See if you can find a sitting bone balance position. Maybe the legs will extend a little further and perhaps you'll let go. So just reaching up into a nice strong boat. Gazing past your toes. Go until you feel a little bit of a shake. And then pull those arms open. Maybe bend the knees, come back together. You can hold on to the legs in between. Looking for a little bit of a shake, it's a good thing. Open up again. This time we'll put our fingertips on the ground or the forearms on the ground, whichever you prefer. Forearms on the ground, maybe to start and try this. We're extending and bending just a couple of times, just to wake up the abdominals. If you have fingertips, you can move the torso along. Inhaling to extend and exhaling as you come in, sit tall. Let's just do a couple more. If you feel your breath getting choppy. You've arrived, it's all good. Let's put the feet together, open up through the knees, and sit in a bound angle position, or Baddha Konasana. As the knees open up toward the earth, the feet kind of open up like pages of a book. You can hold on at the ankles or the feet, see what feels good. Sit tall, and then just tip forward a bit. And if you need to put the fingertips just behind your bum, keep a nice tall spine, lengthen out. See if you can relax a little in the hips. You might feel a stretch in the inner thighs. You might feel some outer thigh opening. The elbows can help pressing in toward the calves. Again, the heart, the chin, the gaze, everything is forward. Feeling length from your waist down to your hips, releasing any tension you might be feeling in the low back. One more big breath here. So just some easy, gentle stretching with our to complete our Tai Chi session today. Let's take a wide angle, sitting and shaking out those legs. And once again, sitting tall through the spine. So find your best posture and bring your fingertips just behind your bottom. Lift through the heart, flex through the feet, and tip forward. So you've got a nice long spine, the belly's pulled in, heart and your gaze are forward. Depending on your flexibility, you might like to reach for the toes, place the fingers in between the toes maybe. Continue to tip with a long spine. Maybe release the hands to the ground in front of you and just come down. Now, if you feel yourself rounding and caving out, that's far enough. Nice long spine tips you forward so that you've got a little bit of a pelvic tilting forward. And maybe taking support. Feeling the stretch all the way down the inner thighs, all the way down the backs of the legs. Keeping a nice strong flex in the feet. Breathe and empty. Taking your time. With time, maybe at some point the chest and the chin will hit the ground. Maybe not today, just depending on how you're feeling. Maybe wiggle across each side. And rise to seated. Good job. Go ahead and bring your right foot in to the left inner thigh and turn the torso in the direction of the long extended leg. We'll go ahead and reach for the sky and then reach for those toes, or whatever you can get a hold of. Maybe it'll be the calf or the ankle. Maybe reach around the foot. Gazing over the foot, so we're looking in that direction, and that's the way we're aiming our heart and our chest. Let this opposite leg drop toward the ground. Try not to let it pop up. Relax. Good. Come on up and bring the right hand behind you, behind your bottom. Swoop up with the left hand and open up through the front of the body. And then come on down, and we'll switch sides. So as you switch sides, bring the left foot into the right inner thigh, turn the torso over the right foot, and extend the body. Oh, I forgot, we reached up to the ceiling and then we came forward, reaching for foot, or maybe ankle or calf, whatever feels good to hold on to, and then lengthen forward. As long as you can be, gazing forward. Continue breathing. Nice level, long spine. Braced in belly. One more breath. Go ahead and come up to seated and bring that left hand behind you, taking support. Shoulder stacks over the wrist as you sweep up, open through the hips, squeeze through the bottom, point the toes. Oh, the glorious wild thing. Come on down. We'll finish in this easy pose that we came down the floor and started in. Just go ahead and take the head from side to side, ear towards shoulder, or I should say ear towards thigh, because what we're hoping for here is length in the neck on each side. One more time, dropping and lifting, and then we'll roll through center. So bring chin to chest, head comes to the right, chin to chest, head comes to the left. Notice any tension leaving the shoulder region. Continuing with the breath. And just landing with the head just right up on top of the neck, on top of the spine. And bring yourself to center, hands to the heart center. Hope you enjoyed that today. Be well, stay safe, go wash your hands, take care. Namaste.